you had mentioned earlier that Lego is one of those things that kind of has outpaced the stock market. It's a crazy thing to think about, but it's pretty cool. Anything else that holds a premium value?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's always going to be the things that you traditionally think about people collecting, but like figures related to the horror franchises.
That's
like I said,
same in cards. People love horror cards.
Like Godzilla. You know, like I said, like, you know, the Godzilla, the King Kong, that stuff, for whatever reason, adults and kids, they're into it.
Really?
And so, you know, and then there are definitely, you know, there are $2,000 and $3,000 Godzillas out there.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Just like just action figure toy.
And you were talking about flips. One time I was literally at a yard sale and there was this little dusty box and it was had metal legs and it was green plastic and it was the traditional Frankenstein that we all think of.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it was like $4 at a yard sale. And I was like, okay, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, the Universal Monsters, that kind of horror line, like,
sure.
It's one of those where it's like, I'm not going to lose my $4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's enough.
You know, like I'll look, and it was a Marks piece, ended up being worth, you know, about $450 or $500. And again, that's not making me wealthy, but you add those things up.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're really great little flips.
You said a Marks piece. What is that?
Marks is a brand of toys. It was Lewis Marks, and they did a lot of like kind of walking toys.
Oh, okay.
That like had very simple mechanisms. But they also did the like Johnny West. It was kind of a cowboy line that they did, and they had a lot of like kind of neighboring characters. So they had Jane West, which is like the female character, and then they had even some of the Indians like Geronimo and things like that.
Oh, wow.
Because those products were plastic, you know, there's been varying success of them surviving through the years. Because, you know, traditionally, if you think about it back then, mom and dad put the toys in the attic.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, and so, of course, what's in the attic? Heat.
Down in the South, especially.
Yes. Yeah. And so, I mean, there's been plenty of times through the years that I've come across a box of them and, you know, they'll be melted together and you're like, dadgummit.
Yeah, that hurts. So Marks is a brand that seems
really
to
great
hold a
toy
little
brand.
bit more of a premium.
They had
Lego
cowboy products. They had they also had some space products too. So they were that 50s, 60s. There's a huge market right now for Hot Wheels.
Is there?
I mean, people go into the stores. I mean, it's a total, you know, cottage business. It's not one that I'm a part of because I'm not educated about that enough to be dangerous. But,
okay.
I mean, literally people will go in and like look through cases.
Hot Wheels. That's a thing right now that's happening.
Absolutely. I mean, they're literally $75 and $100 ones on the shelves, you know, at Walmart and Walgreens now.
Okay. I need to find out which ones those are. I had no idea that was, because that's a thing that is interesting about, say, specifically Pokemon. We were talking about that because the products that are coming out right now, they'll retail at say $50 a box, but then someone can go and take that and flip it for maybe double that value. Are people getting like that intense over like looking for these things?
I mean, I've seen videos online and you never know what's staged.
Sure.
But I've seen things where people are like jostling in the stores to look through like new shipments and stuff.
Really?
And I just don't care that much.
Wow. No,
but I wish them the best because again, anything anybody's educated on and they know what to do with, like they're not hurting anybody in my mind, because what I think about is what I do for a living is like, you know, things come into your life. You know, you can't not get what you're supposed to.
Sure. Yeah. You
know, that's always my thing because you want to try to buy it all. You do. And once you get into this line of work, you want to try to buy everything. And I'm not going to be able to buy everything, but I'm going to die trying.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff gets to where like you can't be first at every yard sale.
Fair. Yeah. You have to have realistic expectations. Yeah.
You do. And if you think about it, you can't be at Target and, you know, Best Buy and GameStop if they all open at 10. You've got to choose a horse.